It's the Manatee Festival, and there's so many manatees in there. Nobody's swimming in the springs.
Our kayak is losing air quickly. We're turning around. We're just showing you what it's like on our new home-based property in Florida.
Nobody else is going to have a mailbox like ours.
I'm Tammy, and this is my husband Scott. Till further notice, we are on a mission to explore, create, and we hope to inspire you to try new things too.
Florida citrus. The trees are starting to grow, so I got to get out and get these low hanging branches trimmed sooner rather than later. I ran to Home Depot, got myself a Ryobi 40 volt chainsaw on a pole. This is a 10-inch blade versus I believe my chainsaw is a 9-inch blade.
It's the world's tiniest chainsaw.
Have you guys noticed he has a certain addiction to small power tools? Did you see that video?
This thing means business, right? Yeah, after all the storms from the ferocious winter in Florida, we've got branches down all over the place. So we're gonna get out and get this property cleaned up and get ready for summer.
Do you know what you're doing?
No. Are you telling me I'm going to have to break out the instructions? I don't think we need instructions. They really ought to have a sequel to Texas Chainsaw Massacre with guys running around with these 10-foot poles with chainsaws on them.
That would come in handy during a zombie apocalypse, though.
I wouldn't touch a zombie with a 10-foot pole, but I would with a 12-foot pole.
Do you know where the closest ER is? Just, in case.
Is Daddy crazy? Is he crazy?
Gracie was just over at the RV. I think she's ready to go on an adventure. Do you have safety goggles?
I got glasses on.
Alright. Should we go do the big oaks first? You take a deep breath. You seem excited, and more you're gonna hurt yourself. You have that amped up, I got a powered new toy thing going on. Just be careful and slow down.
Baby, look at that, man. So much faster than the manual method. It's kind of like giving your trees a haircut.
I have a feeling we're gonna have very, very trimmed trees. Don't overdo it, just trim what we need to trim. I'd like to keep the trees. No, we're not sponsored by Ryobi. He just loves his power tool toys. Babe, don't overdo it. You're making pain noises. Maybe you should take a break and rest your shoulders. So yeah, we're just showing you what it's like on our new home-based property in Florida. That's what happens when you buy a house. You gotta buy stuff. You got property to work on, but it'll be nice. I am ready for an adventure though. Ready to downsize, get our adventure mobile, and start having some more fun.
Living on a farm.
That's what you're gonna sound like tonight after all the pain sets in.
And now we need to get a wood chipper, babe. Actually, I think we can rent a wood chipper because I don't care to own one.
That's a good idea.
We'll rent a big monster wood chipper and get it out here.
Okay.
Get it all done in a day.
That sounds good. But meanwhile, we're going to take you on some local adventures with our family.
We're off to the Manatee Festival now, but first we've got to rescue a family's whose truck's stuck in the muck because we've had a lot of rain. swimming with them, Linnea?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, so during manatee season, you can't kayak in there at all. But you can swim in when it's not so packed and so cold.
Save the manatee.
Are you gonna get an annual Manatee Festival shirt, Tam? Had a good time showing Michael and Linnea around the Crystal River downtown area during the festival. And I got my stay bearded hat, which I've had this hair on my face for about 4 years, and I don't think it's coming off anytime soon unless it accidentally catching on fire. Tammy's the one that won't let me shave it off, so the few times that I have shaved it, she breaks down and cries.
It's because you look like a different person and I don't like it. So I got a shirt to go with the hat that says basically I'm a beard liking girl or loving girl or something. But yeah.
Tonight it's going to dip down into the just above freezing temperatures, and tomorrow we're going to be out kayaking on the Rainbow River.
We are going paddleboarding and kayaking down the Crystal River.
Nope.
Down the Rainbow River.
Yep.
Can't wait to push Linnea in the water.
Welcome to the
Nice out here, like it's so warm.
Outdoor temperature is about 58 degrees-ish, but the sun I think is going to pop out here in a little while. Thinking positive, we're going to have some beautiful golden light here, even though we haven't seen the sun in a couple of days. What's going on?
Oh, I just wonder why you guys are so squeaky.
Our kayak is losing air quickly. We're turning around.
So we can't go up to the state park, the springs.
No, we're gonna go back and try to do Indian Creek before we deflate all the way.
I thought we were listing an awful long ways to the right-hand side, and it's getting real squeaky in here.
We gotta go.
We gotta go. Yeah, I'm leaning over pretty bad. I gotta be right here to keep us going down the straight and narrow, so I'm gonna have a crooked spine when I get done.
We may be sinking, but we're gonna keep on vlogging. So this is a little secret side chute off the Rainbow River, Indian Creek. It's beautiful. You can paddle up a ways, or you can just walk up, wade up. It's gorgeous in here. It's a little paradise. We're having a heck of a time. First our kayak's sinking rapidly. Now our big good camera is not working. I don't know if we just lost all our footage. Anyhow, small stuff. We're gonna go walk up the creek a little and then get back before we don't have a flotation device.
What's going on?
It's deeper than last time. Not prepared. Well, the kayak is listing quite a bit to the right, and the air is going out much more rapidly now. I mean, at least the gators are all hiding and trying to stay warm, so it's not like we gotta contend with that right now. What a fun memory this will be to look back on, as long as we make it. I don't have to swim in the cold.
Today's the day. I'm gonna get this whole thing painted. Got to get the tortoise ibis side done first, and then I'm going to flip this baby over and get the manatees painted in there. I'm getting slowed down a little bit because Tammy's saying that she doesn't want the tortoise to look like this. She's got a picture of the tortoise that's actually lives here out in our yard. And I mean, he was caked with mud, and it's a grainy photograph, and you know, the thing looks like a prehistoric creature, which he is, that just crawled out of the earth, which he did.
Just to clarify, I didn't need him to look exactly like our tortoise. I was just asking him if he could change the coloring so he was the same color as our tortoise, a little more of the golden browns in him.
We want this tortoise to look a little bit more refined, like he just came from the car wash and he's got a nice waxed shell. Just representational. Sometimes the artist has to use his license to make it look how he wants it to look rather than how it actually did look.
Well, it's looking good.
Gift from your parents for Christmas.
Is it helping with your painter's neck?
I think you could improve the design somewhat. You think the mailman's gonna know when we got mail going out? What you got boots on for?
These are my fire ant protector boots. Although, I'm not sure why you picked the day that it's supposed to rain for me to paint the...
It'll be dry in 20 minutes.
I hope it dries quick.
Hurry, it's starting to rain right now.
Yeah, I know.
Gotta cover up our address so people don't show up at the front door. Oh wow, look at how much room there is in here. This is massive. Come check this out.
Well, I think I'm gonna have a puddle of white at the end of the...
Yeah, well you shouldn't paint when it's raining outside, babe.
Oh my goodness.